Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of the Cathedral of Velvet podcast. I'm your host, as always, Parajuice Show, and yep, this is the Cafe podcast where we talk about all the news and things that's been going on within the Persona slash S&T verse that's been happening, the past 2 weeks or so. How things start off is that, we talk about what's been going on in the real life first, and then we get into the news. But it's a pretty slow week in terms of news, but we have one big article to look at. But yeah, not gonna lie, the past 2 weeks was pretty hectic. Like last episode, I was sick. Like, like I no like. I started, like, the day was going off great, last episode, but I started getting sick again, so, so, yeah, but I'm basically at 100% now. Just felt like, some of the residual costs is still in my system, but, overall, I've been feeling pretty good, pretty alright. Well, what's been happening? Well, this week is Thanksgiving, so I've been slowly preparing the Thanksgiving turkey, having it thaw right now. So yeah, so probably like after this recording, I'm gonna go back into the kitchen and take out the water and put some more water back into it, so it can thaw. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be done thawing out. Um, yeah, I just have this whole plan of just fixing up the turkey. I have, like this compound butter I made for putting it inside the skin of the turkey, inside the inside of the turkey, and then outside of it. Have make some what's called an injector in what's it called again I've top what's called yeah, it's just an injector, um and all that. So yeah, and literally like a few hours before recording this, just got a message from her like, oh hey, can you come in tomorrow? We need someone to cover it. Just like, fine, all right. So yeah, gonna be going to work tomorrow, but it's just for 4.5 hours, so it's not too bad. Um, like since this week is a holiday pay, I'm getting a little bit more, so that's pretty good. But I was supposed to go visit my dad this weekend, but unfortunately, like he's like, oh, you shouldn't come because there's gonna be snow, and like, okay, and you don't know how to drive in snow. Is like, I mean, okay, so that means I basically got off of work for nothing. So like I was told like, hey, like I've put my Saturday off, but like can you like put me in? So it's like, yeah, we'll put you in. Actually, I picked up someone's shift that wouldn't be able to do it that Saturday, so I was like, okay. So yep, got some extra hours, but like this weekend is obviously again Thanksgiving, but also Black Friday and all that stuff, so it's gonna be pretty busy. So I hope that things will go all right. Um, what else has been happening? Oh, I finally finished editing the Anime Expo vlog. So last two episodes are literally on my phone. I just need to make the thumbnail and then gonna transfer it to my phone, and then we should be good. So yeah, finally glad to have those done after how many months since the Anime Expo's been over. But yeah, like last two, so in total there's 4 videos. So the last 2 videos, the third video is not that long, but the fourth one is really long, almost an hour long, just because I just go over all the stuff I got from Anime Expo. So yeah, can't wait to You guys probably just heard that little rasp right there. Yeah, the little side effects of being sick. But yeah, and you know, going over the footage of anime, so just you know, remind me of like the good times of being in California for the first time and seeing and you know being at Anime Expo for the first time as well. It's just like wow, this was really cool. um, but well, what's been happening is well, my work finally officially transferred my position spot to my new position, so that's good finally. So I was worried that it's just gonna be the same as last year, gonna be working 3 months in this position, then they're just gonna put me back into the old position. But no, they transferred me for good, so I'm glad. But I picked up some position, some hours from the old position, so yeah, that's something. um what else been happening? Oh, I did get my Nikkei Famitsu magazine, which I really need to do like a short video on. Just going over, you know, what's on the inside of all that. That's something I've wanted to do for a while, but just like, oh, I'm waiting on something. I ordered this last night, and it's supposed to arrive Wednesday, but it could arrive well, by the time you're watching this, it should arrive today. Well, if you're watching on Patreon, and then yesterday if you're watching on the public. But yeah, at time of this recording, it's supposed to arrive on Wednesday. I hope it arrives tomorrow. Uh, just fingers crossed. Um, Let me just check because I do have Amazon open. No, it is arriving tomorrow. So once it arrives, I'll just do a little test video on that, and then yep, because well, why guys like a new mini mic for my phone? Because if you guys seen like the previous like kind of vlog videos I've done, uh, yeah, the audio is pretty bad. I don't like the audio. So since it's Black Friday week, Amazon did a sale, which I was lucky to grab it when I did, cause like it was like, oh hey, you got an hour before the sale ends, and I was like, oh no, I better grab it soon. And I had like a $10 gift card for Amazon. I was like, okay, well, let me just use this to lower the price a little bit more. So it was about $60, got down to 50. So yeah, that's pretty good. So I got DJI mic mini, and like I've seen people use a bunch of DJI mics, and they sound really good. And thank goodness it does work on phones. So that's the main thing I really want it for. Also, it sounds good, professional audio quality. So yeah, I am glad I got that. The bad thing is that I wanted to get it with the charging case as well, but unfortunately that was out of stock when I saw it. Like I think it was going for like 75 or something like that, and like I guess people just got it up. Yeah, we're really sick, so I missed out on that, but hey, I mean, still got it, and yeah, better sounding vlog audio would be pretty good, especially when it comes to next year when I'm going to the concert. um so what else has been happening? What's been happening? I have been playing more Zillia 2. Just been going over the side quests I've doing in between sessions. And it really took me a while to get through them because they were like a good couple of them that was just like, oh hey, you need to send out the cats to get this certain item. I was like, okay, so that's gonna require leaving the game on for a certain amount of time, and just like but yeah, that was hopefully gonna do some more recordings this week, because I really need to go back to recording the game. I really do. I feel like this is the longest I've taken a break without uploading an episode, and technically I haven't been uploading to the channel. I have been at least putting out at least one short a week, at least. Well, actually, no. I'm looking at the upload dates, just like no, not really, because they were like I uploaded last two shorts was like one on 10 and the one on the 20. It's like, oh, I missed a week. But yeah, I hope to upload more soon. I just have no guarantees. Because again, holiday this week, work called me in for the next day. It's just like, let's see here. What else has been happening? Been playing a bit more of a Lost Soul aside, since there was an update saying like, oh hey, we revamped the cutscenes and a whole bunch of other updates. Just like, okay, I'll try to play the game, and I've just found out like, oh, I'm just halfway through the game. Like, oh, okay, so hopefully I can like kind of breeze through the game. Like, I don't really want to put it down to like, oh, story difficulty or something like that. Normal difficulty, and that's it. Go through it. But yeah, the game is all right. Like, the cutscenes, they revamped the cutscenes so like they have like better like lip syncing and like I think facial tracking. I think so. I mean, when I look at the cutscenes, it looks better, I think. And also I think they added like lip flaps to like NPCs like dialogue, because I believe like it was just like either head movements or just like just flaps and not just like well articulated like movements. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I don't think I have anything else left to say. Let me think. Yeah, I think hmm. Oh, well, I went to this like anime store this past weekend to see like oh, cause like this anime store it opened up this year, and I went there to a couple times, and I noticed they've been posting good lot of stuff, and I want to introduce myself like, hey, maybe we can do like a bit of collab and all that stuff. So yeah, hopefully we can do something there. But yeah, yeah, I think that's just about it there. Oh, I picked up two mangas. Well, volume 1, volume 2 of a manga series, Plus Size Elf. Mainly because like a friend of mine was like really into it, so it was like I'll check out these two volumes, and I was into the like I think I did start reading the manga before the anime came out, but it was like years ago, like while I was in college, I think. So like now officially having the manga physical, hey, pretty cool. But I think that does about do it for what's been happening these past 2 weeks. There was something that did happen. Like it was a few nights ago. Like I was sleeping, right, and I was like, oh, I was scratching myself, right, because I felt like something like I felt like myself was itchy. So like so I like okay scratch myself while I was sleeping, and then like like I closed my hand because like because like I can't sleep on my side, but then I felt like something was like tingling in my hand, like oh, am I sleeping on the wrong side again? So like I kind of like opened my arm my hand a little bit, then I noticed like oh, that's a roach in my hand, and then like I just threw it on the bed like oh my god. And I think like it pooped it in my hand a little bit, So it's like, oh my god, jumping out of bed, trying to find like wherever I can to like kill the roach. Just like so that like saw that they had like a napkin. Like okay, boom, got the roach like crumpled up in the napkin and like threw out. And that was like the second time in like 5-6 years that happened. Yeah, because that happened to me once before, and like I think like yeah, I think that was the same situation. Just sleeping, I felt something like something's on my face, scratching myself, and like I open my hands like no roach. And I keep my room fairly clean. No food and like on the ground or anything like that. I do finance. I have bug sprays. Spray anywhere like that where they might come through. And you guys don't know, like the past 2 years ago, changed out the carpet for tiles, so that kind of gives a little bit more easier access for bugs from the outside to come in. So just like that kind of sucks that that happens. But recently, not that many ants that come or ants come in at all. If they do, it's usually like they're from like either like the kitchen or like they were on me before I came into the room. So yeah, but yeah, I think that does about it for what's been happening these past 2 weeks. Excuse me. So let us get right into the news. This portion of the podcast is sponsored by you, the patrons on patreon.com/cavepodcast. With as low as $3 a month, you can support me and the podcast with benefits such as exclusive posts, early access to the podcast, no in-video ads, your name scrolling in the video, and much more. So please consider supporting your boy over at patreon.com/cavepodcast. And now back to the show. So let's switch on right over here. And like always, we're checking out the news on Persona Central. So if you guys want to support them, please check it out on their website, their Facebook page, YouTube, Twitter, all their social media stuff. All the articles that we're going to be checking out will be linked down in the description below in the video and audio podcast. So please make sure you guys check them out. So first news, we got some Metaphor stuff. Metaphor ReFantazio reading live stage streaming archives available for purchase. So streaming archives of the Metaphor ReFantazio reading live stage are available to purchase until November 23rd, both in Japan and overseas. The live stage performances were held on November 15th and 16th, featuring the cast of the game reading scripts alongside with music and dance. The archive for people living in Japan can be purchased through Rakuten TV for 25 to 3,500 yen, depending on which archive is purchased. For people outside of Japan, the archive can be purchased through Hike, between 2,500 and 3,500 for one performance. The archive will be viewable for a limited time until November 22nd or November 23rd, 2025. Now, I don't remember seeing this before. Well, I think we might have covered this, but I just don't remember. But I'm guessing like they're not going through like the entire game, right? Just like probably like some very important moments of the game. But hey, I'm glad that they release at least release an overseas version for this. Is there like subtitles to this? I have no idea, but I mean, again, at least they were able to give people who live outside of Japan the ability to check this out and not just leave it region logged. Because like I've seen like, I think I'm talking about this before. Like there was like one time where like it was a Vocaloid concert. I'm not sure if it was an official like Krypton, what's it called, Miku Fest concert, or if it was like a Nico Nico concert. I think it was the latter, and it was not available for purchase. So someone like uh released, like each individual songs online, and like people were like, oh, why are you releasing them? You should do that. They were just like, bruh, it's not available for us. Like, so like, well, why do they care? So just like, like, hey, we're like, and it's almost similar to if you guys have not been paying attention to like Super Sentai, like one of the actress for like the black like Goju unicorn in the show was fired and terminated from the show, and because she was allegedly, apparently, like underage drinking, because the drinking age in Japan is 20 and she was 19, so it's just like, oh, she got caught with that and she got fired. And I'm seeing people say like, oh, I'm gonna be boycott this show, boycott this show. And I'm just like, bruh, guys are watching it illegally through torrent or other non-official streams. Like you can't really boycott a show that you can't even get in your own country. So just like, how does that make sense? You're not giving Toei your money. But like for this, like, hey, I'm glad they're able to do this. So we can, officially support or not support if you're if you can't, buy it. But hey, they made it available, and that's really good. So, but yeah, I haven't heard anyone talk about this or like seen any like screenshots or anything like this. But hopefully it's good, right? So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, hopefully, tell me how you guys think about it. But why, I wonder why it's like two different prices. Like, why? Like, I'm guessing like maybe one of them is just the reading scripts, and then one of them is just like with the music and dance. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's that. So let's check out the second article. Oh, and we only have like 5 articles to check out today, so it's probably gonna be a pretty short episode. So Persona 5: The Phantom X was nominated for Best Mobile Game at the Game Awards. Yeah, it's a it's a Game Awards seasons, and when I tried to like vote for in the Game Awards like last week, it's just like, oh hey, yeah, you're banned from accessing this site. Just like, bro, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Why did Jeff Keighley ban me from from the Game Awards voting? I didn't do nothing. Come on. But luckily, I think I checked the page like a couple days later and like, hey, I got access again. So yeah. So going down here, the nominees for the Game Awards 2025 to be held on December 11th, 2025 have been announced. Among the nominees, Persona 5: The Phantom X have been nominated for the Best Mobile Game. This is the only Alice title to be nominated this year. I mean, yeah, there's not much that Alice Post released this year. I mean, there was, the Rider Remastered, but that was it. The nominees are chosen by an international jury of over 100 global media and influencer outlets. The full categories can be seen on the Game Awards, but the best mobile games nominees are Destiny Rising, P5X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Musume Pretty Derby, and Worthing Waves. And with last year, Metaphor and Unicorn Overlord were nominated for awards, with Metaphor winning Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, and Best Role-Playing Game. So yeah, P5X saw on the list, but not Nikkei, really. And also surprised that, Genshin is on here, ZZZ isn't on here, but come on, Nikkei should have been, at least nominated in like Best Ongoing Game, something here should have been Nikkei related. But I mean, hey, cool that P5X is on here. I think I saw a post from the Twitter page like, oh hey, we've been nominated. Here's 10 Here's a free 10 polls. I haven't logged in a while, so hey, cool. Uh, but I feel like the winner of Best Mobile Game might be Musume. That when it came out, just like bruh, the waves of like all the Musume fans and everyone there, just like saw it singing at Anime Expo was pretty wild. And just like hearing the song is just like amazing to you. But like it might win. It definitely has the high probability of winning. So like if I would, I think like probably like first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh, fourth for the podcast it listens. First Uma Musume, then P5X, third Wua, fourth Destiny, fifth Sonic. That's how I'm seeing like the whole like the ratings of like who might win and who, like the order of winning. So yeah. I am like there was also another whole thing where like one of the other categories was like best adaptation, and Sonic 3 was not in there. Despite it coming out in 2024, it was supposed to be considered for 2025's nomination, but no, we're like, okay, they had the Minecraft movie, okay, that's fine. Until Dawn, which is not even closely related to the game. Last of Us was Fallout on there. Well, let's just pull this up here. I don't remember if it was. Let's just see the categories. Where's it? Where is it? Yes, best adaptation. Yeah, I voted for Minecraft movie, but like Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell Death Watch. Like, I didn't even know there was a Splinter Cell show, but like if all the things, if one of them had to be replaced, like I would remove Until Dawn for Sonic. Like, come on, like nobody liked Until Dawn. It was a poor representation of the game, like at all. Like it didn't match the game at all. And like Devil May Cry, sure, but like no, like the one that, well, besides Minecraft, like lots of us might get it. It's one of those two. Those are the actual two successful shows. And yeah, Devil May Cry is getting second season, but that was already greenlit before like the show was even over. Like they probably like, oh yeah, we'll do like a 24 episode season. Like, oh no, we're split at 12 episodes. Like, okay, sure. But yeah, so Sonic 3 should have been on there. Sonic 3 should have won, or should have been on there, because that was such a good movie. That was such a hype movie. It just like the whole live and learn. God, that was horrible, but that part of the movie was so great. That was hype. But yeah, that's that. So let's go to the third article, which is the biggest one here. I was scrolling through here, just like checking out before. But Alice creator Hashino Sojima on creating brand identity through tarot, visual identity, and concept art. So Alice, this is a pretty long one, and this might be the majority of the video here. So Alice, game creators Katsura Hashino and Shigenoi Sojima had recently held a panel at South Korea video game exhibition GSAR 2025. During the panel, they discussed the stories and art of Persona 3, 4, 5, Catherine, and Metaphor. So the talk opened with a presentation on the difference between experience and experimental moments in the games. Hashino explained that an experiential moment is something immediate, while an experience is long-lasting. The main theme of the talk revolved around how to turn an experiential moment into an experience. I feel like it's supposed to be experimental moment into experience, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. uh, and the design theory on doing so through art and game structure. They discuss the initial concept, evolution of protagonist designs, and the cover art of each of the games in orders of release. So with Persona 3, the main narrative was death and rebirth. This led to the concept focusing on the concept of death, which is the major role of the tarot cards, and considering how to express that within the structure of the game. And it shows some concept art of the protagonist, I believe, but also kind of looks like Naruto a little bit, you know. So they might have like, oh, you know, lead this into Naruto, maybe, and then got a bit more of a protag concept design, early designs. And there we got the cover of the game. So the first concept art that Sojima drew was something that came up before knowing too much about the theme, and when he only had a superficial concept to work with. The playing stage concept art is not only a development tool, but also something that can be shared around to aid in production. It makes it easier for the team to share a vision towards the same direction. The protagonist was initially designed without much consideration, so he's resembled a hot-blooded shonen manga protagonist. As the protagonist progressed and the theme was developed, the image of the protagonist changed completely into a quiet, introspective figure from an open and energetic one. The cover art expressed the idea of death and rebirth. With Persona 4, the theme was harmony. This was a stark contrast to the previous game, which was about death. Through its character in the games expressed to the young generation what is right and wrong, and how to choose and reject information. So here we have an early look at the Persona 4 or artwork, and I've seen someone say, "Oh, wow, this has never been seen before." But I've seen this artwork before. I definitely have seen this artwork. Just like I really like how this looks. And just like it does give like a bit of a feel like, oh, it's like kind of a little bit of a dready vibe. Just a girl in the river, like knees deep in the river water. So just like, oh, what's happening here? And it also gives, you know, the mystery vibe as well, which, you know, Persona 4 was all about that. Got the concept of the protag here, which I'm not sure if, you know, they were gonna go with also, hey, male and female design, or just, you know, one or the other. But the female kind of looks like a Saki Konishi from the game, and the protag look here just like like the kind of swoop to the left, well, technically to the right. It's kind of boring, but like what we got, you know, more to the left is a little bit better. And now the final artwork that we got. So the first sketch Sojima drew for P4 was based on a vague description of being a story about murder taking place in the countryside. The protagonist was wearing a school uniform, but his stiff collar gave the impression of an honor student. So the collar was open to create an impression of a more serious and honest character. I mean, you guys can barely see it, but like if you guys seen, you know, the P4, you know how just like, you know, you has just like a popped up collar, just like, oh, is he, you know, honest, or just seems more cool? And like, does pop up collar really mean serious? The cover art was to capture the idea of a tense, serious incident occurring during everyday life, in addition to the friendship between the characters. With P4, more and more players were making comments at, like, as I get closer to the end of the game, I don't want to finish it, and I don't want to leave this world. Hoshino commented that perhaps the experience of the players and the characters resonated with each other. Now, Catherine, that was a big jump. So, the Persona series was considered a school life game for adults, and it was accepted more by working adults than by students. This was likely due to the age demographics of Alex fans at the time. Therefore, Catherine was developed to target this demographic of fans with adult content focused on infidelity and decadence. And you have, man, a rough looking Vincent, and pretty sure that's supposed to be C. Catherine. Man, Vincent looks rough. That's a rough looking Vincent. And then, man, these were some tough covers of for Catherine. So pretty sure the left with C Catherine was the PS3 cover, while the right is for the with K Catherine is the Xbox 360 cover. And man, that I if only they have a reversible coverage, like, oh, maybe I'm a boob guy today, but then I'm a butt guy tomorrow. But yeah, they were some interesting covers. Oh, nope, went by too far. So, the protagonist was a complete departure from the heroic Persona heroes, being more of an ordinary man, showing his weak side. The cover is different for PlayStation and Xbox versions, the goal being to give an opportunity for people who have never played an Alice game before to pick up the title. And yeah, like, when Catherine came out, I think, like, I was watching, like, the Brad play, I think it was either him or the Media Cows. I forgot which one I watched, but, like, I think they both said, like, oh, this is, like, my first time playing an Alice game, or something along the lines of that. As a result, the developers felt the game was able to reach a large number of people who had never played an Alice game before. Yeah, it was, and the game was really fun too. P5 had a narrative theme of hope. The protagonists have nowhere to turn to in society, so strive to overcome their own struggles as they transition from youthhood to adulthood. They are shown different ways of looking at the world, offering a ray of hope to their lives. Even before this release, Alice House have reached a global success and were being played around the world. P5 was an even bigger hit, drastically increasing the series' recognition. Hashino states that this is because they were able to create a catchy experience while also leaving a lasting impression. So here we have an early concept design, which, like, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here, but like, you can see, at least a bit of a concept of, I'm not sure if the middle is supposed to be RSN with our, the Persona summoner, or is that supposed to be, like a shadow, something like that. But here, the police scene from, like, the one of the early cutscenes of the game, and, Joker right there. And early concept of, pro tag here, Joker. But I don't recall, or like, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be like, oh, hey, we're gonna have a female protagonist maybe. But like, this is, kind of cool, like a like design for the female character. And there we got, the box art there of the game. So the first concept art that Sojima drew, P5, invoked images of famed thieves with the trait of speed and rebellion. To make their theory feel righteous, he gave a character a grinning, cynical expression, as seen in the rightmost image. This expression then inspired the direction for the development's feature. In the concept stage, the protagonist was accompanied by a female heroine. From there, he designed a school uniform, then the Van Thief outfit to give the player the feeling of transforming and taking action. Okay, so we were gonna have another, basically like a duo protagonist. I think that's the right word, or at least, a sidekick, like almost similar to Morgana, I guess. Maybe it would have been cool if they kind of stuck with it, but fortunately not. The color red was chosen for the cover art to reflect the blue used for P3 and the yellow used for P4. The desire to create something passionate. The protagonist's glaring eyes emphasize a flashy, powerful presence. And now we have Metaphor Fantasio, which, man, this was something like, following from the very beginning as, Project Re Fantasy. So it built its narrative around the anxiety that all living things possess, and the idea of one's having heroism and the sense of justice judged by the masses. So we have, like, the very early look of Project Re Fantasy, back when, Metaphor back when it was called Project Re Fantasy, and man, they was just like some major changes from concept to now. So like we have Hulkenberg here, but like this protagonist character is like fairly different from what we got now, and like the whole feeling of it is really different. Like you can feel the whole, like medieval style coming from the artwork, but then when you see what Metaphor is now, almost completely different. And this one, like this son, I do kind of like better, but like having like still keeping like more medievalish style over having the whole kind of like 60s 70s style. Like I do like the 60s 70s style, but like having it more medieval kind of hits more for me. And the red cloak too, I love me my color red, right? So like it gives me pride, it interests me more. And then the main visual there, and then the package. So Tsujima's early concept for Metaphor was inspired by the enthusiasm of everyone at the launch of the company's new project, Project Great Fantasy, with the goal of creating a fantasy. Having previously focused on a modern style, the two creators used repeated trial and error to capture the unique style inherent to fantasy. For example, the protagonist began as a recognizable heroic figure wearing a red cape and holding a sword. However, they ended up returning to their unique style, incorporating more down-to-earth elements such as a stylish coat and giving the character a bag. The main visual was the first illustration created after the game was completed. The cover art was then featured leading a crowd of supporters to convey the idea of winning an election campaign alongside enemies to give an idea of the types of experience that the player will have. Hashino said that he intended the game to be his masterpiece, to have players remember the experience as something memorable. As such, he was very happy at the worldwide acclaim that the game had received. And yeah, it's a very, very awesome game. Absolutely love it, and deserves all the praise of God. So now we're moving on to tarot cards. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt this video real quick, but got new merch. Save the 7 shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies are available right now at my shop. Links will be down in the description below. Get your hands on a shirt. Comes in multiple colors. And hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Feels really great. Feels really nice on the skin. And really hope you guys enjoy it. Now, back to the video. Oh, sorry about that. So where were we? Yeah. Hashino, we're talking about the tarot cards here. Hashino then went on to explain that there was a consistent flow throughout his words, showing a slide which arranged tarot cards used as a metaphor for each game. So I was about to go through here myself, but so obviously P3 is meant to be as temperance. Death. P4 is temperance. Catherine represents the devil in the tower. P5 is a star, and metaphor is anxiety, heroism, and judgment, or like the moon, the sun, and judgment. When Hashino looked back at the titles he worked on up until this point, he noticed that there was no intentional connections. They correlate with the order of the tarot. The 21 Major Arcana cards begin with an ignorant fool and progresses to the hangman, bound by preconceived notions. From there, humans seek harmony, overcome corruption, find hope, and receive judgment in order to face death and rebirth. The way the tarot cards tarot convey the human condition gives a certain continuity to its tiles thus far, leading to the idea that maybe the tiles were developed in line with the path of the tarot. And and now that I'm seeing this, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe, okay, we can use like like the tarot cards as a sort of like little guide as to okay, what will be the title or like the theme for the next game that Hashino is directing. Okay, so like We have the Fool, Magician, no, not Temperance, Priestess, um, Empress, Emperor, um, Hierophant, I believe, Lovers, Chariot, Justice. No, I think this is supposed to be Hierophant. Hangman. Why can't I remember these last three is the one that gets me. Priestess, Hangman, because Hangman is, yeah, Hangman's there. Uh, Priestess. Can't remember. Can't remember it. Hashino, since this was never his intention, however, creators need to be aware not only the goals behind an individual game, but also the backbone of their brand in order to carve out their identity. When working on an individual narrative, being aware of a large narrative behind it can build further interest. For example, when learning the lessons behind a sports player's success, it makes you want to root for them more. Similar, building affection for a game when you learn the stories behind its development. Here we have a editor's note. Following the release of P5, Hashino discussed in an interview with Famitsu how his game follows the Terra. He became conscious of the idea that his games follow this theme with development P4. This strategy can be done intentionally. However, regardless of the background and the personal brand, market success is no guarantee. It does create a compelling enough concept to make one say, hey, did you know that the themes of in the Persona series when viewed as a whole? So even if the con's outcome isn't certain, playing these elements has value. And even if a project fails, it's water on the bridge. Unless the failure stems from overdoing it, it's likely that it would prove to be a worthwhile step in brand development. Now we have JRPG 3.0. What does this mean? I have no idea. So starting over from zero, I guess? The concept of JRPG 3.0 is discussed as a future approach to JRPGs. Hashino explained that, with Metaphor, he temporarily put an end to the challenge of creating a fantasy, and is now tackling the challenge of creating JRPG 3.0. JRPG 1.0 is the classic old school style. JRPG 2.0 is a modern style where everything the quality and responsiveness have improved. Going forward, to reach a new level, he would need to create the next generation of JRPGs by changing the way the games are presented and structured from the ground up. Another editor's note, Hashno has previously discussed the concept of JRPG 3.0 in the book How to Make an JRPG. In this, he talks about developing a game that adapts JRPG to more modern sensibilities and being more seamless. What that means, I have no idea. And then with the closing segments, Sojima closed by commenting on Koreans' recent global influence through entertainment such as games, movies, and K-pop. He believes that art design is a way to showcase one's own style, and if audience are interested, then it will continue to spread further. Today, we live in an age where people around the world can enjoy the same things, which is a wonderful situation for creators. He hopes that everyone enjoys rediscovering things that only they can create. And Hoshino states that the Korean dramas and movies that can lead to good aftertastes, but also an unsettling feeling, in a good way, that shakes your values. He was so impressed by them that he came up with the idea of making narrative themes of this presentation. He ended by saying, someday, if you find yourself struggling to make a game, I hope you'll remember this talk today. Aw. So yeah, this is a pretty good read. Saying like, oh, he just like, hey, let's just make a whole theming about the games he's making. Which is like, oh, this somehow just makes sense. Starting with 4, and then just getting on with there. But I'm guessing, like, with Metaphor being at the end there, and having Judgment there, just like, okay, he's wanting to, hey, start off at 0 again. So the next Hashino project maybe is going to be revolving around the Fool, perhaps, and maybe having a little bit of the Magician there as well. also like seeing at least seeing the old concept being brought back up is pretty awesome. Like like seeing this old like early concept for the Protect, just like yeah, the game would probably be a very different vibe if our protagonists looked like this instead of like the old the emo boy that we all know and love. And seeing this concept art for P4, I really like how it looks. Like it just like it does give like a little bit of like maybe like Silent Hill-ish kind of vibes. But like it does give the vibes of like a little bit of a mystery going on. Just like why is this girl in the lake? Well, why is like why are we having this kind of like us looking up kind of view? And the whole like if you guys didn't see, like I think that's supposed to be a plane that's supposed to be flying by, so like, oh, what's going on here, what's happening? And then like just seeing just like stress out Vincent here is like wow. Like I really like what you turn out to be, man. That's a real struggling Vincent. But like this is a really good read for just seeing the whole thought process of Hashino when it and Hashino and Sojima when it comes to like designing the games, and like, oh, we started off as this, but then as the game evolved it became this. But I will say I do kind of wish that the cape did still what was kept, like still have the whole 60s 70s outfit vibe, but have that cape. That cape looks so cool, and still like gives a little bit touch back to the whole medieval feeling, medieval fantasy feeling, But yeah, like again, like I feel like the whole scene was the tarot cards one, just like wow. And like I'm thinking back, like yeah, like those really fit those themes of the tarot cards. I don't really remember what the temperance was, but like having the devil there, kind of like with Catherine, and the tower with, well, devil with C Catherine, tower with K Catherine. That kind of makes sense. And anxiety, heroism, and judgment with the moon, sun, and judgment, and also having that giant moon in giant sort of moon in metaphor, like yeah, that kind of does make sense. So yeah, that's a really great read, and I'm not sure if there's like a if where you're able to find the presentation in video form, but if you are able to, hey, try to link it to me, send it to me on Twitter. That'd be really cool to check out fully. I mean, despite me, not understanding, but like, seeing, what people were saying, in person would be really cool. Yeah, that's a really good, little, panel reading. Like, if you guys, this was something, if this was, if there's something you picked out from this, let me know in the comment section down below, because, yeah, again, this is really awesome, and, I definitely want to see, Hashino's next project, and how it'll be like, oh, the whole, if it was, a Persona 1 remake, that could be the full, because we're restarting it back from the first game. Maybe. Alright, so let's go to the next article. Metaphor Seeker model kit pre-orders open. So, figure manufacturer Good Smile Company has released details for their upcoming plastic model kit of the Seeker archetype from Metaphor in their Plumety range. The pre-order kit pre-orders for the kit are now available. Excuse me. So here we have the Seeker himself, and it does look really cool. Yeah, that is just, man. I'm not sure if I should pick this up. Oh, okay. I don't recall that happening in the game, but if that did happen, that looks really cool. Oh yeah, ripping out the heart. Is heart actually in this? No. I was thinking like, oh, it is actually within it, inside of the secret, but no. Okay, so I'm not sure if like you can actually build it or what. But it says here, power awaits thy command. Time has come to awaken the hero within. From the game metaphor comes the first plastic model of the Seeker. The model stands at 165 millimeters tall and features various points of articulation. Interchangeable hand parts and a resonant vessel are included. I'm guessing the resonant vessel is the heart, right? That we see here. A sword for holding swords for holding and equipping during riding are included for different poses. In addition to the resin cap, a cloth cape with wire and for a variety of posing options is included. Various parts of the model have been separated into different colored runners and pre-painted parts, making it easy to recreate the character with simple assembly. Okay. So yeah, it is. You have to assemble this. Go seeing the whole runners. That's something I've recalled from making my SMP mechs from Gal Ranger. I don't really see any like seams to it. Like maybe like with its legs there, but okay, a little bit there. Okay, so yeah, I think most likely this is something we gotta. Oh, as I read, couldn't continue now. I'm reading it here. So printed, non-printed chest parts are included, or articulated stain included. So it's a ready to assemble non-scale plastic model kit. Okay, so ready to assemble. Okay, so you have to build it. It's going for 9,800 yen. So about $90 or so, depending on where you get it. But yeah, this is really cool. I might get it because it's been a while since I last build a model. So do you guys want me to do this? You guys want to see this happen? Let me know in the comment section down below. And we might do it.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Dubby. Dubby is a clean energy drink that's made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or inks like other energy drinks. I just got myself the Dubby sample pack, which comes with this little tumbler, and also comes with 4 flavor packs. Got the Peach and Beach, or Beach and Peach. Comes with the Dub Sludge. My man, Sludge. I'm reading it backwards. Then we got the Dragonade. I should probably look at it first, then do a thing. And then the Galaxy Grenade. So we're gonna try one of these today, and I'll tell you how I honestly think about it. All right, let's try one of these out. Let's go with Peach and Peach. Let's try this out. All right, so currently right now we have the Peach and Beach. It's a mango white peach cooler. So we're gonna try out. Smell first. Okay, it smells pretty good. I will say it smells better than the last one I tried, but previous one was still good. But time for the taste test. Let's go. Yeah, that's good. That is. Okay, of course, there's gonna be like a little powdery, but overall, like the taste is pretty good. I do like this Peach and Beach. Not bad flavor at all. I might get the full tub. Might have to get the full tub of this. It's not bad at all. If you guys want to try out the samples shaker yourself or buy any of the products on Dubby, make sure to use my coupon code PowerJ at checkout to save 10% on your order. So again, that's PowerJ at checkout for 10% off your order. Now, back to the video.
Alright, so let's get to the last article for today. So we got the P5X version 4.71 trailer. So Perfect World has released an overview trailer for the next major update to P5X. Version 4.7.1 will be released in two parts on November 27th and December 11th, bringing with major story update containing Chapter 4 and new 5-star versions of party members. A Christmas event will also be added with the December update. Alright, so let's check this out. We're not going to be checking out the whole 5 minutes, but definitely, you know, at least some of it.
そういえば元子、このところずっと休みじゃん。
そっちも今警察に調べてもらってますけど。
は？何それ？交通事故とか？
必ずみんなを守ってみせる。
So thinking about a theater play of sorts. Ooh, that looks like a kind of like a Chinese empress of sorts. Ooh. Oh, yo, I'm already talking? So that's our new addition to the party member? Wanna go back a little bit. That might be our new party member, but like, ooh. Okay. I think the guy here was in the last update, right? Last major update. But yeah, it's just going over what's happening here. Oh no, do we get two? Two guys? Yeah, he's new addition. Oh no! Oh! It said new 5-star version. Oh, okay, this is soy. Oh, okay. Okay, instead of the kind of like the dark blues and grays, he's now got this white color. Okay. Okay, so soy is the new 5-star to get, or new 5-star version, and that's the new guy here. Who's gonna be like the main character. And oh, what is this? That's like a lion ant. Is it literally a lion ant or an ant lion, something like that? That is a really interesting boss design there. So I'm guessing like she transforms into this, perhaps. Okay. And here we have Luce, the new character for this arc. And man, that persona looks really cool. Yeah, that looks nice. 5-star version of Shoki Ikenami, codename Luce, will be added in the update. Okay. And then we have Soy here. A 5-star version. Okay, so they're both previous characters, right? Because like, I feel like they wouldn't say, "Oh, it's a 5-star version," so it's just an upgraded version of previous characters, right? So Soy is getting this, blue, white, gold update, which I mean, it looks pretty cool. You give me a taste for life. Yeah, that looks really cool. The whole new color scheme, that looks really nice. to thine on to thine own to thine own self be true. I was like, how do I say that again? Thine, whatever. And during the update live stream, it was also announced that an art book for the game is in production. Oh, hey, pretty cool. I doubt we're gonna get that, like the whole other previous art books that we haven't gotten in years. But since it's Persona 5, it's most likely gonna happen before the other two. So, so yeah, that is gonna do for this episode. Okay, so instead of getting a new character for the story, it's just 5-star updates for two of them. Okay, kind of. I was kind of hoping that I was kind of hoping these would be actually new characters, or I might be wrong, and like Luce is a new character, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't played it for a long while. uh. But yeah, that's I'm really liking this design for first persona. It just looks really cool. And kind of thought, oh, his persona was gonna be here for Soy, but no. But like the arm piece looking like a horse slash unicorn, that's really cool. I really like that. But yeah, that is it for this episode of the Cathedral of Velvet podcast. And not gonna lie, like I think it was like this past Saturday or something. I thought like, oh wait, I'm late. I forgot to record an episode this week, and like, no, it's next week. I had to look at my channel, just like when was the last day I uploaded? Like, okay, it's only been like 10 days. Okay, so it's, we're good. We're good. But yep, this episode comes out basically day before Thanksgiving for the patrons, and day after for and on Thanksgiving for everyone else. So hope everyone have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. The next episode for the podcast is going to be releasing on the week of December 7th. So it's going to be the 10th for patrons and the 11th for the public. So hopefully, I think if I remember right, Jump Festa is supposed to be happening the week after that, I think. Well, let me just check real quick. Jump Festa 2026, because I believe they go a year further. Yeah, so it is December 20th and 21st. So the week after, there's gonna be something happening in Jump Festa. I'm not sure if there's gonna be anything related to Persona or anything like that. But yeah. Oh, and also, literally on the 11th is the Game Awards. So will there be anything Persona related there? Who knows? We might see an update to Revival, maybe. Who knows? But I'll try to stream that on the 11th. So please stay tuned to the main channel for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do want to give thanks to the patrons whose names are scrolling on screen right about now. If you guys want to support the channel, get this podcast ad free and a day early. And also have your name scrolling on screen. Make sure you guys support the Patreon. Links is in the description below. And with that being all said and done, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with the next episode of the Cafe Podcast. I will see you guys next time. Bye!